Smoking session, ho. How y'all doing today? Back for another motherfucking video. I'm blowing on some great milkshake today. It's cool. We gonna get right back on them wikis right after this. I ain't too fond of the great milkshake, just to be honest with you. But, excuse me. Welcome to the smoking section where we know gas. Listen, tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend. Tell your motherfucking mom and them. Show me love or don't show me shit. Listen, real niggas, real life bitch niggas could never understand. I'm just here to bring you the news. You don't like what I do, then stay the fuck off my tube. You know the rules. We got another video. All I know is it's a wild story, so we both gonna get the real time. Y'all already know when I cry, we cry. When I cry, you cry. We cry together. So we about to get that real time. So make sure you got your blood, your bones, your pipes, your joints, your edibles, your vaporizers ready for the video. We about to dive right into this. Again, wild story. I haven't watched it. If I look and say the bizarre case of Ryan Waller. Let's dive right into it.
It was a real gun, man. It was just a revolver.
They shot you in the eye with a revolver. You wouldn't be talking to me right now.
How do you know?
It's most likely you'd be dead.
That's what I thought too, man. I really don't know.
Captain, you're not going to believe this one for me. I can't believe it either. You're right. I've already heard the story. I can't believe it.
Do you consider yourself a good lie detector? Can you sense when someone is guilty or innocent? What's up, Ewu crew? It's the Raven, here to talk about another shocking, interesting, or just strange, but very true story.
Hey, do you think you could tell when a motherfucking lie? I got an amazing lie detector. I could sense bullshit a mile away.
We're trying out something new today. Interrogation footage is one of the most fascinating ways to analyze the raw, unedited behavior of criminals. But hindsight is 20/20, and a lot of the time, when we already know that someone committed a horrible crime, the signs of deception or manipulation can be way more obvious. After all, we know exactly what to look for. Today's case is shocking, disturbing, and extremely tragic. But as we look over the interrogation footage that has made it famous, try and decide for yourself what you think really happened, as if you were the detective with only a few facts to go off of.
Okay.
Now, let's get into it.
Let me know what y'all think in the motherfucking comments. Let me know who you think did it, and we gonna play detective. Except for we don't. I ain't playing detective. We just gonna figure out who it is.
Christmas Day of 2006 in Arizona.
Oh, in AZ?
21-year-old Heather Kwan and her boyfriend, 18-year-old Ryan Waller, knew something was very, very wrong. The young woman had gone over to Ryan's home on the 23rd to watch a movie and eat pizza, but nobody had heard from either person since, and both never showed up for the annual holiday activities. After a call from the couple's concerned parents, Phoenix police were dispatched to do a welfare
Off of
check
31st
at Ryan's
Avenue?
apartment. And what they found was a sight.
Channel
they
3.
could never
Shout out to
forget.
Channel 3.
On the couch was Heather, dead from a gunshot wound to the head. But then they discovered something really weird. Ryan was still alive. More than that, he was conscious and able to walk and speak with officers, although he was acting strange and wouldn't give any straight answers. Or if he did, he would contradict himself. Of course, police were extremely suspicious right off the bat. He was placed into the back of a police cruiser for a long while as authorities took a closer look at the crime scene and Heather's body, and then he was eventually taken to an interrogation room.
That all fucked up.
As you can see, Ryan is in bad shape. His face is covered with bad bruises, and he seems very disheveled and agitated. While he waits, he periodically moans and plays with his handcuffs, before trying to rest his head on the table. It's about 5 a.m.
Okay.
Ryan gets up and sits back down, and then someone walks in and takes pictures of the bottom of his feet. Ryan's been silent for a while, but then he suddenly pipes up to say,
Man, I just want to go to sleep.
That will happen sooner or later.
and then really pay attention to what is said next, because this will become super important later on.
Alright, do I get to go home?
You should go to the doctor's, or you should go.
Me?
Yeah.
Why? That?
Yeah.
Is it bad?
I'd say that's really bad.
Looking at the bruises on Ryan's face, police aren't quite sure what to make of the situation. Did he get in a physical fight with Heather and things ended badly for her, either on purpose or by accident? Were these wounds the result of her trying to defend herself? Was Ryan mentally unstable and had somehow hurt himself?
What y'all think?
Was they weren't really getting much out of the frustrated young man sitting on the other side of the table. He repeatedly asked to go to sleep, but he's told that on the chance he has suffered a concussion, the doctor has advised not to let him sleep. Another man comes in to inspect Ryan, and when he tells him to put one foot on the table, Ryan seems to have trouble following these directions. He seems uncomfortable. Finally, the detective starts the investigation, and one of the first questions he asks is,
You know why you're down here, Ryan? You have no idea why you're down here? Okay.
Now, in this next clip, keep a really close eye on Ryan's behavior. How fidgety and distressed he acts.
I don't know what happened, okay? So I'm going to read you something to make sure you understand your rights, okay? It's coming to read. You've seen Cops before, right? Ever seen a TV show Cops or CSI or anything like that?
Okay.
What the fuck they got to do with
You've never
anything?
seen any kind of cop show? Lawyer show? Any kind of show?
Yeah.
Nigga, this ain't no show, bro. This the real deal Holyfield.
I want you to listen up very closely. Okay, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can't be used against you in a court of law.
And then this is where things get really weird. The detective asks a really simple question.
What's the highest grade you went through school?
I don't know.
Mm.
I don't know.
You don't know the highest grade you went through?
8?
Eighth grade? Did you graduate?
Yeah.
Do you have a GED?
I don't know.
Mm.
Okay, so the detective
kinda
is
seemed like
obviously
he
really
on
confused
drugs a
now.
little
Is
bit.
Ryan genuinely this shocked by what happened, or so disoriented that he can't remember the answers to such basic questions? Is the early morning making him irritable, or is he being standoffish for some other reason? The detective isn't sure what he's hiding, so he presses on.
Do you have a girlfriend? No? You know a girl named Heather?
Mm-hmm.
You know Heather's last name?
Mm-hmm.
What is Heather's last name?
The one that lives there right now?
What?
I guess, I don't know. If her name's Heather, what's her last name?
I don't know which name she's trying to use as her last one. She's trying to have a real last as her nickname, so I don't know.
What nickname does she go by?
She probably wants the last name Carmen.
Kyman? How would you spell that? With a K or a C?
Okay.
Keep going.
I don't know.
Ryan is acting like he doesn't even know Heather that well, saying a different last name, mumbling something about her going by different nicknames, and
Right,
even
like he
mentioning
kinda-
something vague
like he
about her
kinda
living
on
there.
drugs.
But why is he speaking about her so nonchalantly when he was the last person known to be with her, and she was just found dead with him inside of his apartment hours earlier?
How old is Heather?
16 or 17.
She a white girl?
Yeah.
Mm. Excuse me.
How did you meet Heather?
Now, quick stop. To me, he seemed like he high. Because he not there all the way. But he also said he got shot in the eye. So if you got shot in the eye, and if that's truthful, you probably would be disoriented a little bit. Because he don't seem like he fully there. It don't seem like it's just somebody punched him in his eye and he just fucked up from the shock. To me, I ain't no motherfucking expert, nigga, so don't take my word for it. Listen.
I've known her since school.
Okay.
I don't know.
You just known her from school?
She used to be a business name. I don't know.
She used to do a business name.
She used to be in my book named with business name.
Oh, okay.
See?
She used to be in a class, your business class?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Things are just getting more confusing as this line of conversation goes on, and so the detective tries a more direct approach.
What happened to your face?
I don't know.
You told the officer just a few minutes ago that someone hit you. Do you remember who hit you?
I don't know. I think it was Heather.
Why would Heather hit you?
I don't know. It was an accident. I forgot why.
What was an accident?
Heather's last name?
No. What was an accident?
Heather hitting me.
What did she hit you with?
Her hand in the eye.
So now the talk is getting somewhere. But still, it all seems so disjointed and random. First, Ryan barely seemed to register who Heather was, but now he seems pretty confident that she hit him in the eye. But the conversation was about to take another bizarre turn.
Didn't that nigga say he got shot?
Not really, no.
Not really?
Uh-uh.
What happened for her to hit you in the eye like that?
She just hit me in an accident. She was giving Christina a head.
A head?
She was what?
She was having Christina with her hair or something. I don't know.
No, it
Who's
sounded
Christine?
like he said she was giving
She's on the
Christina a
couch.
head.
Christina's on the couch?
So this new name, Christina, just got dropped out of nowhere. You can kind of see the detective rummaging through the papers,
Just
which
finding
looks to me
Christina.
like he's checking the case notes for any mention of a girl by this name.
Right.
But even Ryan doesn't seem totally sure of what she was doing or who she even is.
What's Christina's last name?
I don't know.
What does she look like?
I really don't know.
You don't know?
Hey, I'm captivated.
I really don't.
Let me know what y'all think in the comments.
Brown?
Is it wrong?
Just average.
How old is Christina?
20 maybe? I don't know.
You can kind of make out the detective shaking his head, probably in disbelief here. It seems he's not buying Ryan's strange story, and I'll admit, the whole thing is pretty hard to follow. If someone named Christina was really there at the apartment, well, that could be a game changer for the investigation.
Right.
Everything is so unclear at this point. The detective asks if Ryan knows someone named Alicia.
Do you know Alicia?
Who the fuck is Alicia?
You don't know Alicia?
And the detective says she lives at your house.
She lives at your house?
No reaction from Ryan. Then he's asked if he knows an Eric, and Ryan nods but can't quite remember his full last name.
You know a guy named Eric? What's Eric's last name?
He's trying to pay me back. Green something.
His last name is Green something?
Ryan says he doesn't have the phone numbers of any of the people mentioned, which the detective doesn't seem to believe.
Where's Eric right now?
I don't know.
Do you have his phone number?
I really don't. He doesn't have one.
Okay. Do you have Heather's phone number? You don't know? How about Christina? You don't have anybody's phone number?
The detective pushes to learn the truth once more.
What happened last night?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I really don't. I just want to go to sleep and go to sleep.
Well, you remembered Heather hitting you in the eye,
Right.
right?
I don't remember after that because I just went to lay down and try to go to sleep.
All right.
I don't know what anybody was doing. I really don't.
Who was in the house when you went to sleep?
Christina and Heather.
Christina and Heather.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Christina was on the couch?
Heather was.
Heather was on the couch. You told me Christina was on the couch just a minute ago.
I don't know, man. I really don't. I really don't.
Smoking section. This
I
shit
really
is
don't,
getting
man.
good.
You don't want to tell me.
I really don't know, man. I really don't. I just want to go and go to sleep, man.
All right, you're not going to go anywhere.
So you're probably wondering at this point, how in the world could Ryan have conveniently lost his memory of everything that happened that night? If he had killed his girlfriend in cold blood, why didn't he plan out a better cover story? Was drug use to blame for this crime and Ryan's mind being all over the place? In this next clip, ask yourself, if you were the detective, would you think that Ryan was playing dumb?
Do you know what happened in your house last night?
Why, what happened?
I don't know what happened. You're all beat up, right? So tell me what happened.
I don't know. I just want to go to sleep, man. That's it.
When asked why there's a huge chunk out of his nose, Ryan just keeps emphasizing that he doesn't remember and just wants to go to sleep.
So it's a chunk out of his
A
shit.
big chunk out of your nose.
I don't know.
So that we
Did
know
it grab you?
that's more than a hit.
You
Then
fight with somebody?
No, I need to go. I need to go back to sleep, man. I'm just tired, man. That's it. Didn't even do anything. I just want to go to sleep.
You remember what time this happened? Your eye?
Like 1? Or maybe earlier? I don't know. I don't know.
And then something really weird happens.
Do you know Eric's girlfriend?
Yeah?
What's her name?
Heather?
Eric's girlfriend's Heather?
Ryan says that Heather is actually Eric's girlfriend. Okay, the detective is super lost at this point. But
Shit,
then,
I'm
just
lost
a few
too.
moments later, Ryan again claims Heather is his girlfriend.
what?
You're saying that's Eric's girlfriend? Or your girlfriend?
Heather?
Yeah.
Mine.
Heather's your girlfriend.
The fuck?
Was Heather over last night?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Listen, if he just acted like this, he got beat. Cause I think he on some motherfucking. He definitely on some type of dope.
Heather did this to you.
What?
Your eye. Okay, who did that to you?
Alicia.
What?
Alicia did that to you now.
Think I thought it was Heather.
Swear. I'm not even lying, I swear.
Okay. Why would Alicia do this to you?
Why? I have no idea.
Were you mad at Alicia?
No, I don't know why. I don't know why. She probably hit it on something. I don't know.
She hit what on something?
My,
I don't know. I don't know, man.
So clearly these answers are getting less and less coherent. And Ryan doesn't even seem to acknowledge how wildly his story is changing.
right, he on
What's more,
something. That's
he
why.
doesn't even remember or know in the first place that Heather is dead, which is pretty much confirmed by this next clip.
Hey, Ryan?
Huh? Huh?
There's a dead girl in your living room.
She's dead?
Yes.
Heather?
I don't know. I want to know what happened in your house last night.
The girl on the couch is dead?
I don't know. If she's on the couch, she's dead.
Okay, now here's where a huge twist that the detective never expected is about to be dropped. And it's probably not what you're thinking.
It's
Let's
lit.
keep watching.
Well, these people came over. Richie and his dad. With shooting arrow bow and darts.
What?
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They hit me and her with those. That's it. And Heather wasn't there. And Eric wasn't there. It was just me and Heather.
Listen, it might be two Heathers. Cause they said that the Heather he described wasn't the Heather that they talking about. And he keep mentioning Heathers like it's multiple Heathers. That's just my conspiracy.
More than 30 minutes into this footage, and Ryan is just now bringing up that two people supposedly came to his house with weapons. We'll pay really
Right.
close attention
Richie
to
and
this
his
next part,
dad.
because everything goes from 0 to 100 in just a single second.
Oh
You and
shit.
Heather were there.
Get your popcorn ready.
And that's it. Richie and his dad tried to break in to the back.
Richie and Dad? His dad?
Mm-hmm.
Who's Richie?
I don't know.
Well, you obviously know him. You know his name by
He used to
Richie.
live there.
Is he a roommate of yours?
He used to be.
And they hit you and they hit you?
With a
Yeah.
bow and arrow, nigga?
No, it's Richie that hit you, not Heather?
No, Richie and his dad.
But
Nigga,
and
you
Dad,
said Heather and Alicia
They
hit
hit
you.
Yes.
Why?
Because they were trying to get their stuff. I don't know why.
What stuff?
And they had some kind of bow and arrows?
They each had 2 revolvers and they didn't let off any shells.
What? Yo, this nigga gotta be on
You
some
just said they had
shit.
bow and arrows. Now they have revolvers?
That's what I meant. They had revolvers.
They have revolvers.
Yes.
And then what happened?
You can see the
Said bow and
detective
arrows,
shock,
my
disbelief,
nigga.
and apprehension here.
Oh,
First, the girl
fucked up.
accidentally hit Ryan in the eye, and now 2 men with revolvers broke in and shot at the couple.
And he said Alicia hit him.
Sense the detective is now highly alert, and what Ryan says next turns this case upside down. I'm just gonna let these next few moments play out without interruption, because they are by far the most important in the entire footage.
Oh,
Man,
shit.
shot us with those.
They shot both of you?
Yeah.
Where'd they shoot you at?
I got shot in the eye.
You got shot in the eye
I think so.
with a revolver.
I think. I don't know, man. I don't know.
What the fuck?
Then what happened?
I don't know.
You don't know a lot.
You
Right.
sure
I
don't.
don't, man. I really don't.
You don't know shit, Ryan.
Did you shoot Heather?
Mm-mm.
I heard you have a lot of guns in your house.
Mm-mm.
No?
Mm-mm.
You know we're gonna look.
Mm-hmm.
Brian, why don't you tell me what really happened there? Because I don't believe.
I really don't know, man. I really don't. I don't know. I can tell you anything, I swear.
I want you to tell me the truth. That's all I want.
Richie and his dad came there. And I don't know why. I don't know why, but they put me in sleeping hold. And, like, they put me in sleeping hold with the arrows and Like, I lived through that crap.
Okay, they put you in a sleeping hold?
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know. I don't know.
You know what the
I
fuck a
don't.
sleeping hold
I don't
is.
know, man.
You're telling me they put you in a sleeping hold. What is a sleeping hold?
That's his second time trying to walk away with them handcuffs, and it seems as if he don't even remember that the handcuffs is fucking on until he get up and try to walk away, and then that shit yanking back. That's just my observation. Fuck if you don't agree. No, I'm just playing.
I don't know.
Well, explain it. And it's coming out of your mouth. Explain that to me. What's a sleeping hold?
I really don't know, man. I really don't. I really don't know.
Okay. You're telling me you're all over the board here, number one.
Of course.
You're saying bows and arrows, you're saying revolvers, you're saying some other thing, and you're saying they shot you in the eye.
Now you shot.
Okay? They shot you with a revolver in your eye.
Yes.
Mm.
And that's
Is it a BB gun?
No, it was a real gun, man.
A 22?
They shot you in the eye with a revolver.
Yeah, you probably
You
would be
wouldn't be
dead.
talking to me right now.
How do you know?
It's most likely you'd be dead.
That's what I thought too, man. I really don't know.
Okay?
Now,
Don't
like
know.
I
I just want to go back to sleep and try to go back to bed.
now, like I said, he seemed like he on drugs. But let's just say, hypothetically speaking, he really got shot in the face. Let's say they came in there with a low caliber weapon and they actually shot him in the face. You probably wouldn't be all there. You would seem like you kind of lost. Like, it's probably a bullet in my fucking head. I don't know, but let's just say, hypothetically speaking, I think that you would probably be acting erratically in this fucking way.
You're not going back to that. Okay? That's not going to happen.
Alright, but what, man? What do I gotta do? Just tell me what I gotta do.
Get your feet off my chair, number one.
Mm.
Number two, what happened to Heather?
I don't know, man. I really don't
You're
know.
now saying Richie and his dad shot Heather.
You did.
Mhm.
Is that true?
Yes.
And they shot her with a revolver.
Yes.
Mm.
And did not use any gun. They came with those guns.
Mm-mm.
And they came through the where? They were
Back
breaking
To the
it?
back.
Through the back? By your door, or is there another door?
Through the back door.
Through the back door? Is that off the kitchen?
Mm-hmm.
And why would they come on Christmas Day?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Damn, this shit happened on
Did you break
Christmas.
in or did you let them in?
I let him in.
What?
And then what happened?
And they started shooting up the house.
With the gun?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then what happened?
That's it.
What happened to Heather?
Heather got shot.
Where did she get shot?
Inside the face once.
She got shot inside of the face?
Mm-hmm.
How close were you to her when she got shot in the face?
It was after I got shot, so I didn't even hear anything.
So you got shot first? And what happened? Did you fall to the ground?
Yeah, I was trying to get up and I couldn't.
Okay. And then she got shot?
Mm-hmm.
What did you do?
Nothing.
Did you call 911?
Uh-uh.
Did you see if she was alive?
She was sleeping still, and that's it. I just let her sleep.
She got shot in the side of the face and you let her sleep?
Yes.
This does not make
What
sense,
the
Ryan.
fuck?
I know, I didn't mean to, man. I'm sorry. I didn't know she was passing out. That's because I got shot wrong once, too, and I was gonna pass out.
Okay, this is now, not before.
I don't know.
You're saying right now you've been shot
Yes.
in the eye
Yes.
with the revolver.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, so that was a lot of very shocking information. What do you think? Is Ryan telling the truth? If you were the detective in this moment, would you believe his story? This is the first time he's hearing about anyone named Richie or his dad, and he doesn't quite know what to make of it. But after that, Ryan really starts to break down.
Ryan, you need to start telling me the truth because your story doesn't make sense.
I'm trying, man. I don't know. Just ask me anything and I'll tell you the truth. Just ask me.
Well, I'm trying to, and you're not even coming close to the truth.
But you don't know the truth. You can't handle the truth.
What happened with you and Heather last night?
Her dad came and shot up the house.
So Richie is Heather's dad.
And shot her.
Mm-hmm.
Her dad. Now, Richie is her dad?
Mhm.
Or Richie's her brother?
Yeah, her dad.
Her dad shot her.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then leaves.
Mm-hmm.
And what did you do?
I tried to go back to sleep.
After you've been shot
Mm-hmm.
in the eye,
Mm-hmm.
you didn't know enough to call 911.
Mm-mm.
Nigga, I just got shot. What the fuck you mean?
I was just trying to go to sleep. That's it.
I was
You
dying.
saw Richie.
That's what he telling you. I was
and
dying.
shoot your girlfriend, and you just felt like you needed to go to sleep.
Something like that. I don't know, man. I really don't.
Ryan, look at me. Ryan,
Yes. I don't know, man. I really don't
why
know.
did you shoot Heather, Ryan?
I didn't shoot Heather. She was already shot once by her brother, I swear.
Richie.
Yes.
Richie shot his own sister.
Yes, I swear. That's it.
Sit down.
Not me.
And you've been shot in the eye.
Yes. That's it.
Put your feet up on the table, please.
My feet hurt, man. I don't know why.
Get them off my table.
So up until this point, it seems like the detective held little stock in Ryan's newest version of events. I mean, a story about getting shot in the eye and living
Right.
to tell the tale just a few hours later is a bit outlandish. But as Ryan continues to give confusing answers and display increasingly erratic behavior, the detective finally takes a closer look at his wounds.
Let me see your nose. Put your legs down. Put your legs down. Bring your face closer.
Oh, my head hurts.
I believe him. He got shot.
Okay.
He got shot.
Yeah, be right back.
That's why he don't know shit. He really got
The man
shot.
returns with a totally different demeanor. He's worried. He tells Ryan that someone is going to check him out to make sure he's okay.
Hey, Ryan?
Yes.
I got the fire department coming to take a look at it. They're going to probably take you to the hospital.
You taking me to the hospital?
Yeah, we're going to take you to the hospital.
Why?
If you've seen your face and the way you're doing things, it doesn't make sense right now. Okay?
Exactly.
Just make sure
My
you're
bad.
Okay.
It's either drugs or you really got
If you
shot.
have some kind of head injury, you shouldn't be sleeping. Okay?
Man, but y'all didn't give a fuck at first, though.
There you
As the two wait for help, Ryan basically repeats his story about the shooting, saying that he just wanted to go to sleep after being shot in the eye.
Of course, he was fucking dying.
And then you just wanted to go to sleep? Yeah.
Huh?
Soon others enter the room.
Listen, I'm just going off of what the fuck I'm giving. I don't know what happened in this case. I'm just a motherfucking messenger. Don't shoot the messenger, he might shoot back. I could be completely wrong. But I'm having fun trying to figure it out in my motherfucking mind, because that boy got knowledge.
Take a closer look at Ryan. I believe it's the detective saying, "You're not going to believe this one."
I think you're not going to believe this one. I can't believe it either. You're right. I've already heard the story. I can't believe it. This is just my observations that this might be an entrance, this might be an exit, this might be into his eye. And he's acting like he has a serious head injury, which would make sense.
So now all the puzzle pieces are starting to fall together. A single explanation appears that nobody would have expected in a million years, and it's one that they probably hope isn't actually true. That's because if Ryan really had been shot in the head, that would mean that they neglected to get him proper medical treatment while he waited in the police car and underwent
Y'all didn't give a fuck.
interrogation, which, when all was said and done, allegedly added up to about 6 hours. 6 hours where Ryan would have been sustaining permanent brain damage. 6 hours where he could have gotten help, but instead was getting worse. Well, spoiler alert, it was true.
Oh, my bad,
Ryan had
y'all.
actually been shot in the eye, and his account of the break-in and shooting by a man named Richie and his dad was 100% real, even if he couldn't exactly get the details straight due to his injury.
Are there guns around?
Kid Eric did it. I don't know how he did it exactly. It might have been shot. I don't know. I really don't know.
While you waiting on
I don't know.
It looks like it went right through, huh?
Yeah, it might have. I don't know.
This next clip isn't anything special, but it was the moment that really broke my heart. Ryan is told that his ride to the hospital is here, and the way he gets up and walks out without any trouble just shows that he's no cold-blooded criminal. He's a confused and scared young man who just suffered one of the most mentally and physically traumatizing experiences I can imagine. And the last line before the video cuts off really just makes you kind of angry at how lightly the situation is being treated.
Well, bud, your ride's here. Check it out. Yeah, he's Where are we going? We gotta go to the hospital. Get checked out, bro. Look like you got shot right in the face.
When Ryan arrived at the hospital, he was sent to the intensive care unit in critical condition. As his family anxiously waited, they had no idea if they would ever see or talk to their son again. Ultimately, Ryan did survive, but doctors had to remove part of his brain, and he also lost both of his eyes.
What the
Emplacement of the gunshot wound. After that, there's not that much information available online about the case. But according to Arizona Daily Independent,
Hold up, what the fuck? So he really fucking got shot in the fucking eye? And y'all acted like he was fucking guilty? He lost part of his fucking brain in both his eyes? You gotta be fucking kidding me. Yo, this shit is wild. This shit is wild. I don't know who the fuck did this, but y'all make sure y'all go,
to identify
subscribe to me, then subscribe to them.
Apprehended Richie Carver and his father, Larry. Then they started to piece together the details of why this tragedy had even happened in the first place. Richie was apparently a former roommate of Ryan's, and on December 23rd, he and his father reportedly went to the apartment where Ryan and Heather were staying, seeking some sort of revenge. Some sources say that this grudge was due to a presumed altercation. Arizona Capital Times even reported that Richie and Ryan had had some armed confrontations with one another in the month before the shooting and after Waller had kicked him out of the house. Some netizens have alleged that Richie had actually been kicked out for hitting on Heather, but this is not confirmed. Either way, the two attackers tried to force their way through the doorway of the residence, and in the midst of this chaos, Richie stuck his arm inside of the home and landed a shot right in Ryan's head with a .22 caliber handgun. After that, it seems that they were able to fully enter the apartment, stepping over Ryan, who they thought was dead. But this was their biggest mistake. Ironically, the two purportedly only shot and killed Heather Kwan next because they wanted to cover their tracks, and unfortunately, she was a witness. The bullet struck her in the head at point-blank range as she lay peacefully on the couch. Satisfied that they'd gotten rid of anyone who might be able to identify them, they carried on with the job, but little did they know they had indeed left a witness behind.
He lived.
And although I can see why they thought it was safe to assume Ryan was dead, that ended up being their biggest downfall. And so it followed that after shooting Heather and stealing several weapons and a computer from the apartment, they left, leaving a gruesome and bloody crime scene for authorities to stumble upon days later. And the fact that police didn't come for the welfare check until the night after Christmas Day makes things even crazier, because it is horrifying to wonder what Ryan was doing that whole time. Many people have theorized he was left to just wander around the house. And
He was fucking dying!
Horrible pain he half understood the whole time, falling in and out of sleep, only maybe registering for brief moments that his girlfriend was dead and decomposing on the couch next to him. He ended up being convicted in June 2008 of felony murder, burglary, aggravated assault, and misconduct involving weapons, and he was sentenced to a term of natural life. But here's where things get extremely frustrating. The case against his father Larry was actually dismissed. Sources say the case against him was based in large part on confessions he had allegedly made to his wife, and so after she chose to invoke her marital privilege and refused to testify against her husband, there was nothing officials could really do besides dismiss the charges. But
you can't
don't get too
testify
angry
against
yet,
your
because one
husband
good
or
thing
wife.
actually came out of all of this. Heather's family fought for legislature to enact what would become known as Heather's Law. This amendment would provide an exception to the marital communications privilege if one spouse had voluntarily provided law enforcement with information about their spouse's involvement in a serious crime. But just establishing the law wasn't enough, and it still had to be battled out in court to make sure it could be applied retroactively to Larry Carver's case. Luckily, they won. Carver was re-indicted in 2011, and after a 2.5-day deliberation, he was found guilty of first-degree murder, attempted first-degree murder, burglary, and aggravated assault. But although this victory was a relief to the victim's loved ones, the permanent damage done to Ryan could never be reversed. He became blind and suffered from debilitating seizures after the incident. His family remains outraged that roughly 6 hours were allowed to pass without their son receiving the medical treatment he so desperately needed, and many people feel that the main issue was that Ryan was automatically treated as a suspect instead of a potential victim. The Phoenix PD reportedly explained that they didn't know the young man had been shot. They just thought he had been badly beaten, and that's why he was made to wait in the back of a police car while they investigated. I can only hope that this case, at the very least, will serve as a powerful lesson so that nothing like this ever happens again. Sadly, a YouTube channel called The Waller Family, believed to be owned by Ryan's loved ones, shared in January of 2016 that Ryan passed away from a seizure as a direct result of being shot in the head. The post reads, "R.I.P. Ryan. I love and miss you so much, Dad." On another one of their videos, the Waller family account shared some truly disturbing details when they alleged my son Ryan had been shot twice in the head. The first bullet went in through the tip of the nose on the side, then came out of the other side near the bridge, then went in through his eye, shattering his orbital bone, sending 6 pieces of bone socket along with the bullet into his brain. He was then shot in the side of his head over his ear, but that bullet just took a piece of his skull away but did not enter his brain. Altogether, he had 4 bullet holes in his face and head. The holes were very visual, as the police had taken 43 pictures of my son before he was taken into that interrogation room, with the pictures having close-ups of every hole on his face and head. How did nobody notice this until it was way, way too late?
They noticed it, they just didn't give a fuck. That's probably the craziest shit I done seen in a long time. My name is Hero. I'm from the South Side. If you ain't from my side, throw up your side, like, and subscribe until the next video. Make sure y'all like this shit, like this shit, like this shit. You know the vibe.